Hey, this is Chapters and Chai,
I'm Chapters.
and I'm Chai,
Why are you in my space, bro?
because I can be in your space, bruh. You married me. That was your decision.
Okay.
Anyway, this is our introductory video, podcast, whatever. We're going to just talk to you about all the things and stuff that we do, but mainly just book stuff, because that's all we have time for today. So we're going to talk to you about genres, the popular ones that are out there, and give you our opinions on them. We're going to talk about authors, the popular ones that are out there, and give you our opinions on them. And then give you our opinions on some popular mangas, popular comic books, and then let you know kind of like a top 5 for authors, comic books, and mangas out there. And we have cards. I'm going to let Chapters explain that to you.
Woo! So, green. They're like a stoplight. So, green. We like it. It's good. We have yellow, which is, I don't really know what it's about, or like, not really. Kind of indifferent. Then we have red, which is like, I really don't like that. Please stop. No thanks.
Yeah. So let's just start with the genres, and we'll start with romance, which, yeah, red.
I love me some romance.
I don't really care for romance at all.
Next is romantasy, which is romance fantasy type thing. Which
Again, nothing. I don't look. Here's the thing. I don't understand romance. There's a reason I'm a romantic. I just doesn't appeal to me if it's normal, and even romantasy is too normal for me in the most part. But my wife reads a lot of romance, and she loves all of it, most of it. The particular romantasies that she likes. I own one romance book. It's a romance book that I got last weekend. And it's about 2 zombies that fall in love and eat a dead body together.
Ooh.
So I'm excited to read it. But I'm excited to read a lot of books. Because she reads books. I don't read a lot of books. I don't have time.
Yeah, well, that happens with ADHD. Yeah, I read a lot of romantasy, especially like if it's Greek god inspired, Roman god inspired, mythology inspired. Compass.
Next is dark romance. You want to explain to them that one?
So our definition is a subgenre exploring intense, controversial themes within romantic fiction featuring morally gray characters, high-stakes power dynamics, and often taboo elements like captivity or stalking.
Yeah, I don't. No, thank you.
No thanks. I have too many trauma llamas for that.
Unless zombies are included in that taboo. I guess here's a taboo elements. If morally gay chickens are involved, then sure. Like
Or power type dinosaurs.
Power type dinosaurs, zombies. If the taboo subject is a non-human and another non-human, I'm here. But if a human is involved, I have no interest. I don't understand it. If it's 2 krakens, cool. If it's a kraken and a human, what romance?
Yeah, I feel like that'd be more of the fantasy aspect of life. But, we'll get there. Because next is cozy everything. Or as I like to say, it's that fluff stuff. A lot of people really like fluff romance.
No romance.
This can be anything from like low stakes, optimistic storytelling, small scale sketting.
Small scale sketting? Is this a dinosaur thing again?
Small scale spaghetti.
Small scale spaghetti?
Yep.
Small scale settings.
Thanks.
Like small towns and quaint shops.
This can also be like cozy mysteries and fantasy. It can be amateur sleuths, that kind of thing. And it's just a lot of fun. I do very much like these.
Same. It's that escapism from how awful the world is these days. This is just, there's not a lot going on. There's no high stakes involved.
There's no sexual content.
There's there's not always even romance involved. Sometimes it's all just, hey, you're just running this store and it's your store and everything's paid off. We're not even going to talk about the budget or anything. This is just the fun part of life. And you're like, yeah, fun part of life. I love the fun part of life. And you can escape.
A lot of people say that it's like the hallmark part of romance.
Yeah, I'm that person. She stole that from me. I'm the one who said it.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
Nice
I'm definitely the one who said it. I say it
Nice
all the
try.
time. Yeah.
Nice try.
This is the Animal Crossing of books, or the slice of life of books. Just you come home, you read it just to escape life. So
Here. Next is one of your favorite genres of all time.
oh yeah, fantasy. I like fantasy. To be more clear, I like all fantasy. There's very few fantasies I don't like. From epic multi-book fantasies to small individual fantasies, I really like fantastical worlds that just escape. I like it when authors go knee deep into the world and explain every last little thing about the world lore. And they probably should have just written a TTRPG, tabletop role-playing game, to people who just write a book set in our world, but it happens to have elves and dwarves, and halflings, because you can't use hobbits. But any of that, I love all that stuff. Fantasy is just fun, and I love adventure, specifically adventure books when it comes to fantasy. You don't get enough adventure in other media, but in books you really do get that adventure feel where the main point is just, let's go have fun, whether or not there's action. And the protagonist versus nature, you get a lot in fantasy, and I love that type of thing, just seeing them survive. So yeah, I just really like fantasy. What'd you raise?
Yellow. And it's not because I'm like, I like fantasy.
I read your yellow.
You just chose green for fantasy.
Yes, I green fantasy. I read your yellow. But continue.
I am slowly getting into fantasy in aspects. It's not normally something I would reach for, but I am trying to weasel my way in there. I mainly like it when it's mixed with our next genre, which is...
Whoa. But there is a fantasy you really like. When Greek gods are involved, because you love Rick Riordan, and Rick Riordan is fantasy.
He's YA. There's difference.
He's YA fantasy. Greek gods are fantasy.
Thanks for screwing up my segue.
Anyway.
Next is science fiction. I like me some sci-fi, so I'm gonna go green.
Yeah, you can talk about sci-fi.
I don't really know what to talk about in that aspect. I like it when things can take me out of our reality. And it's a different world. And you just kind of get really immersed into it. And that's not always fantasy, because when I think fantasy, I think adventure.
Okay, so sci-fi to me, there's so many different aspects to it. Because you've got your sci-fi fantasy, which is like your Star Wars, and your like... Honestly, I can't think of another example right now. John Carter. Another sci-fi fantasy. But then you've got your true sci-fi, like Dune or Star Trek, which is like political-based sci-fi. And I'm not a huge political-based sci-fi fan. It bores me. I get bored. But then you have like your dystopian sci-fi, which I don't think is what you're talking about liking. That's not comfortable, is it? Is that out of the
I like
world?
dystopian.
So okay, but you just said you like it taking you out of this current world. Dystopian's like, hey, this current world just went to crap.
Our current world is crap.
Oh, so I guess it going to crap is better than it is currently?
Mhm.
So if everything just started over, you like that?
Oh yeah.
So Dinotopia?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. But then you've got the Hope Core stuff where it's like, what if science fixed everything and we were there? Awesome. But I love science fiction because I love pop culture, old, like 100-page books where you got those, like, action hero sci-fi adventures of, like, distant planets. And why was it sci-fi? Well, it's on another planet, and what's the point of this book? It's a book.
Maybe you should talk about our next one then.
So the next subgenre is grounded speculative. So this is merges imaginative what-if concepts with realistic, recognizable world, focusing on plausible technology or subtle, character-driven magical elements rather than epic space opera.
See, I know English.
Yeah, I don't. I'm dyslexic. I don't know any English. English is terribly awful. I really like this. When you take away the giant space operas of sci-fi and decide to just go, hey, what if we just subtly change one small thing within the world and see what happens when writing this? You limit what you can do with sci-fi, but you can really get a big change. Especially if you set it in a specific decade and say, what if this never happened? Or what if we introduced this one element to the feature? And that's where stuff like steampunk comes, where it's like, what if we just never stopped focusing on steam? So, your opinion?
I feel like this is probably where I would be versus the next one. Because I kind of like the what if and the different character-driven magical elements.
Yeah. And the next one's Hope Punk and Solar Punk, which is emerging literature, a literary and aesthetic movement countering dystopian, grim, dark narratives with themes of radical hope, resilience, and accountable, sustainable futures. So this is, yeah, this is just your concepts of
normal sci-fi stuff.
Right. This is Star Trek, right? This is like, what if everything went perfect? Like, we made it through this crap and we were able to invent space travel and we created this utopia for the world to live and everyone's doing better. And everyone has a perfect life now, or at least a much better life. Awesome. And now we can all have a fun life.
Fair enough.
So.
You ready for our next genre?
Yeah.
That would be crime or true crime, which can be nonfiction, can be fiction. Depends on if you want the crime or the true crime part of it. So, I love me some true crime. I am obsessed with serial killers. Don't know why. Either way. Camera's over here, not over there. Yeah, I will very much research true crime, serial killer, crime, and that kind of aspect. I almost said grime and punishment.
Maybe I'm a combination. I love crime and true crime, but not in a book sense. I just like diving down a rabbit hole online about true crime because it pops up on my feed. So I'm not really reading a book about it. I'm just reading article after article after Wikipedia page after article on the thing that happened, and now I'm like an expert on the situation, but it's not because I read a book.
Fair enough. True crime is pretty much everywhere in the media these days. It doesn't have to be book related.
Yeah, so, if you're not reading a book, it doesn't mean you're not reading.
True.
The next one's another one that you love, and I think I'm kind of indifferent towards.
young adult.
You want to start, or you want me to explain my indifferency?
I got it. We're
Okay, go
good.
for it.
Pump your brakes, bro. I love me some young adult. That could be anything from Rick Riordan to a lot of my favorite authors that we'll talk about later are young adult authors. And then it does not always have to be young adult, because that can be anywhere from like 14, 15 to like 18. And I read a lot of young adult ones because I find that they're just lighter in tone than the adult things. But I read them in pretty much every young adult genre. Why are you yellow, bro?
Because I'm indifferent towards young adult.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if it's a book I like, I'll read it.
There's a few of them that you like that are young adult.
Right, but it's not like I dislike young adult. I'm not someone who goes like, oh, it's young adult, I'm not gonna read it. But it's not like, oh, it's young adult, I'm gonna read it. I'm just like, oh, it's a book, I like it, I'm gonna read it. Or it's a book, I don't like it, I'm not gonna read it. It's whether it's young adult doesn't affect me.
Okay. I pick my young adult books by name and cover. So
it's fair.
yeah.
But I guess you're right. If it's young adult, I usually know that I'm not gonna get triggered by it. And that's one thing that's nice. That's not always true, though. There are some young adult books that are on the cusp of not being young adult and probably shouldn't be young adult.
If you read most young adult books in the last couple of years, a lot of the authors will actually put a trigger or a content warning page in the front, right behind their dedication page, so that you can know what you're in for.
Next is up, under this young adult, is Unhinged Weird Girl Lit. A often darkly humorous subgenre featuring messy, obsessive, and morally ambiguous female protagonists navigating surreal and chaotic lives. Yes. Yep.
That's the kind of young adult you do like.
Yeah, this is, 100%. And it specifically says weird girl and not weird boy, because there's this huge push now for female-led protagonists, and I love it. I'm totally here to see these girls just like dealing with their daily life and problems and relating to that. I've got 4 sisters, so I've seen the daily life and struggle they've dealt with and the kind of weird crap they've dealt with in life. And just taking that weird crap, that one moment that someone dealt with, and spinning it off into a story is awesome. That concept of like, let's take this one weird thing and what if we just ran with it?
That's fair.
So, your opinion?
I feel like this is the young adult and like where I live of aspect, because it is messy, it is obsessive, it is your female protagonist going after what she wants no matter what's going to get in her way kind of thing. And it's been really nice to dive back into there from the romantasy tropes, because it's not that way in a lot of the books that I read.
It feels more real.
That's fair.
In a weird young adult way. Like you're a young adult, so you're like 18 to 21.
I thought you were telling me I was 18 to 21.
No. That would be awkward for us.
I was like, wait a minute.
No. But like, yeah, in these young adults, like this unhinged weird girl lit, right? They're young adults. They're 18 to 21-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And they're dealing with like, I'm just an adult now. How do I handle this? And most young girls have ran into that situation.
Or know somebody who has.
Yep. And so you can relate to that. You're like, oh, I've seen this.
That's fair.
The next one's Dark Academia, or as I read it, Dark Academy, which made me hate it more. But Academia is basically the same thing, and I'm giving this a big red because I hate school books. I hate. Actually, I'm complicated here. If it's a college, no, I don't like books set in colleges. I don't like stories in colleges. Usually, if it's like that, I don't know, like, if it's that, like, sorority thing, I don't like, there's a lot of tropes. There's a lot of, like, sorority and, like, college tropes that I dislike. just instinctively.
Stick around, maybe we'll do a tropes video. Who knows?
But this kind of gets rid of them. But Dark Academia, you want to read this one?
Oh, I get to read? Sorry. It literally... Apparently not. Apparently I can't read. A literary subgenre and aesthetic that romanticizes higher education, classic literature, and the arts. The Gothic philosophy, often set within elite boarding schools or universities. It centers on intellectual obsession, murder, secret societies, and moral decay, marked by a moody, nostalgic, and often Eurocentric atmosphere. My goodness, that was the most long-ass sentence that I've read.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did Yellow.
Yeah.
Because I do like those. I do very much like the, them being set in schools. Very, very much so. But it is Yellow because I have very, very few that have actually done it correctly.
That's fair. That's fair. I think the part that gets me here is when it's Eurocentric, I like it. When it's in Europe, or if it's in one of the Ivy Leagues, I like it. If it's
That's
in
fair.
a frat school, I don't.
That's
I
fine.
don't like...
As somebody who lived in a sorority house, no thanks.
Yeah, I don't like those types of schools. It's just not for me. I don't like those stories. But if it's like, what's the one movie we watched? Imitation Game with Benedict Cumberbatch? Yeah, that's...
Yep.
Benvenuto Guttersnatch?
Benvenuto Guttersnatch.
I like that type of thing. I love that situation. And that's what this is coming from. So I like this. So that might make it a green if I've read one of the books. I have not.
That's fair.
I've probably read like 50 books tops and that's pushing it. I read more manga. So if you're including manga and comics, I've
There's
read
a
hundreds.
lot of them on this shelf right here that you can.
Cool. Next up is mystery/detective. For both mystery and detective. As long as I like the detective, yeah, 100%.
That's fair.
If I dislike the detective, it's a red. But that's kind of like how detectives work. You started this off like as a kid with the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew.
Mm-hmm. Fun fact, if you did not know this, they are written by the same person.
Is it a pen name?
Caroline Keene also wrote for the Hardy Boys.
Is same name or pen name?
Pen name.
Pen name. Okay. I was gonna say they don't have the same name on.
It
them.
is not like 100% in stone, but it is very, very likely that she wrote both of them.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Also, you could read the Dana Girls. That's a precursor to
The Hardy Boys?
Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I own a couple of those.
Yeah.
My mom currently has them because she doesn't trust me. It's fine.
Yeah. I love mysteries. I love detectives. So when you do both, one of my favorites that I've done research on, I research books more than I read books. I'm weird. I'm spacing out on the name, but it's the one written by Douglas Adams.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
No, so he wrote that one. He also wrote a trilogy that is a detective series.
Ah, that's on the shelf in the bedroom.
Yes, I just cannot remember the name of it right now. For the life of me. I need to sit down and read that though.
Yes, you do.
It's Douglas Adams, great. But yeah, it's I like these books. I like when you can solve it along the way.
The Dirk Gently series.
Yes, Dirk Gently. Yep. So it's 2 full books, and then he's got an anthology book where one of the little short stories is the ending of it. Because the second one's a cliffhanger. But yeah, when you can't solve the thing, when the mystery is like, oh look, here's the resolution at the end of the book, because they find something that solves it for you, I don't like it. Then I think it's a waste of my time.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like you could solve it if you're paying attention enough to reading this, then I like it.
I like mystery detective in any genre of anything. Well, I guess in any media focus. Books, video games, anything like that. I'm currently playing a lot of the mystery detective games on those video games. But you are correct. I did very much start mystery detective very early. Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys, which the shows are not as great, but you know, whatever. Janet Ivanovich with Stephanie Plum. There's currently like 4 of them in the basket to be read. because Mom and I read
books.
this a lot.
When did you start watching Murder, She Wrote? Oh no, Midsummer Murders.
Midsummer Murders? That was last year
You only started it last year?
when I had
Oh.
surgery.
Yeah, but it's good. It's been around forever.
Yeah, I do watch a lot of those things.
Yeah. They're just good.
Like Bones and Castle, and
Psych is good.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, we'll watch it. The next one's Thrill and Suspense. Not to be confused with Mystery and Detective. To explain the difference, there's not a mystery in this one.
Leave me in suspenders, please.
Yeah. She wants them tight suspenders.
Yeah. Keep me suspenseful.
Yeah.
Make it thrilling and exciting, and just you just want to eat the book,
Yeah,
not actually.
You know, like if the my favorite thriller suspenses is when there are two separate stories intertwined,
Mhm.
and they suspend you on one story each chapter to go to the next chapter.
I have a couple books that you'd like then.
They do that, and you're just like, what? You can't do this to me. I want the other. I want the other story, and then you have to go back to this other one, and you're like, I forgot. Okay, oh yeah, that's where I was. Oh yeah, this was so good. This is exactly where they are, and then near the end they merge the two, and you're like, oh, that makes no sense.
I went to college with somebody who would read books like that. And so like we'll call them person A, person B. They would read all of the chapters of person A until the last chapter, and then all chapters of person B, so that they didn't get mixed up. And it was the funniest thing. So we're like, hey buddy, what chapter are you on today? Oh, I'm on chapter 5 with person B. And I'm like, weren't you just on chapter like 30 the other day? Yeah, but
You can do it that way. It's totally allowed. It's
I was so confused.
There
all
are
the time.
some historical ones I read like this, where the different ones are different times, where it's like this one's in the 1800s and this one's set in the 2000s, and it's ancestors, but they're connected.
Letters to Juliet, that stuff. The next one we have though is a subgenre of thrillers, which is spicy thrillers.
This involves no things. I don't want no things.
So that is merging a high stakes suspense, psychological tension, and explicit sexual content. So, give me a spicy thriller. That's cool. But if you're gonna have sex, ew.
Yeah. This is your James Bond.
That's fair.
This is James Bond, because early on, every single movie, every single time. I don't know about the later ones. I think I've seen like one of the later ones with Daniel Craig, which is the one reason we're gonna probably watch through the James Bond movies, because Daniel Craig is amazing.
That's fair.
But
yeah, I will watch. Wow, I can't talk today. I will read a spicy thriller. That is fine. Kiss, make out, all of that. As soon as you touch the no parts, DNF. Did not finish it.
We're back in. But the next one is, oh yeah, you don't like this one. You don't like this one a lot. I love this one. Horror.
I don't horror.
I horror all the time. Cosmic horror. The one horror I don't do is body horror. I'm not a body horror fan.
And that's the one I do.
I wish I liked body horror. I wish I loved stuff like Junji Ito and stuff, but
man.
I can't. It just bothers the crap out of me. I can't handle it. There's a new movie you should watch then that came out 2 years ago. It's but yeah, I don't do body horror. She does. But I love all other horror. I got into horror through Stephen King, like most people do. But I did not like it growing up. For the same reason Stephen King didn't like it for growing up. He has an overactive imagination. I have an overactive imagination. So I ran into that direct issue where I couldn't fall asleep, and I like to sleep. So I could go to school and not get in trouble. So I didn't deal with it. But now I really enjoy it. I love all the tropes in horror books and stuff, and all the descriptors. So I just really enjoy that. Why do you hate it?
I don't do it. I don't do spooky. I don't do paranormals. I don't do supernaturals. Nope. Yeah. No horror for me.
And there's some words that you might notice that I avoid, because she doesn't like those words. So, yeah, those specific horror styles and tropes that I just don't do.
But I do body horror. Minus the R words and that kind of thing. Don't do that. But Gutta Girl, count me in. I was too much of a forensic biology person. Nope, I love that.
Yeah. The next small part here under horror we have is I'm gonna try to pronounce this word. Appalachian speculation. Speculation. This encompasses the rising genre and literature of folklore, often called Appalachian futurism, or the Appalachian futuristic, which merges the region's deep-rooted folklore with speculative elements. It explores themes of environmental extraction, economic struggle, and isolation, often featuring uncanny creatures like mimics. Again, this is horror. I like it. I love isolationism. In fact, weirdly enough, another thing that got me into horror is Scooby-Doo. Because Scooby-Doo is kids' horror. And the concept of the isolation in those episodes are great. They are isolated. How are they going to escape in some of these things? They're on a deserted... they're in a deserted, haunted castle on a deserted small island, and there's only a little dinghy, and there's a giant storm happening. That's terrifying. They're not describing it or bringing it up, but it's happening, and if you were to describe it more in detail, constantly reminds you, hey, there's no way to escape.
I thought you were going Scooby-Doo Zombie Island there for a second. You're like,
that one
haunted
too.
house,
They do that too.
Haunted island, and I was like...
The only way to escape the zombie island
was the ferry.
Which wasn't allowed. Because, spoiler alert, for a movie that's this old, the ferry boat guy turned out to be a bad guy.
He's not bad.
No, he was. He was one of the cat people.
Correct, but he didn't want to be.
Well, he still
anyway,
is,
so, yes. Tell me about your cryptids. Tell me about your folklore. Love that. Love it so much.
I love mimics.
And I love mimics. Mimics is my thing.
I love mimics too.
Yeah.
I got a dice tower.
Oh, he still has his cheese on him.
Cheese.
Yeah.
It's dead and cheese.
It's a like, yeah.
Digitor.
That was the word I was looking for. But, yeah, tell me all about it. Don't make me read it. Please, tell me your stories. I have too much of an overactive imagination.
No Dogman of Michigan?
I love the Dogman of Michigan. But I don't like...
To read a book about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like Appalachian speculation should be more of, like, the storytelling around a campfire thing.
And not a book?
Like, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. The next one is Femme Gore Revenge Thrillers. Horror thriller fiction focusing on visceral, violent revenge stories written by and about women reclaiming bodily autonomy and rage. Moving beyond passive final girl tropes, these narratives feature protagonists who are perpetrators of violence, staking and destroying abusers.
Stalking.
Stalking. I'm just gonna read here. I don't. I guess I don't dislike it. I just don't know anything about it.
That's fair. My thoughts is girl, go, but be careful. And I don't like a lot of the things that those are about. So, but yeah, like go girl, go.
Yeah, go
just
girl.
Be careful.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful. But although a lot of the movies are pretty cool, like Ballerina, that was great.
But a lot of the ones that I've read, tie into our next genre.
Biography?
Where they're biographies.
Yeah.
And so, like,
they don't
know that happened.
And they don't end very well for the girl.
Not normally, no.
No. Usually due to her own hand afterwards. Turns out, when you go on a rampage and kill your abuser, you don't tend to survive afterwards.
Or they don't deem it self-defense.
Yeah. But what's your opinion on biographies? Because
I don't know what a biography is.
don't you know what a biography? A
Biography.
What's your opinion on bibliography?
Study of books. I don't mind them. Most of the time, great, cool. Some of them are written by men.
It depends on the person. If they had an interesting life, I think too many people think.
Too many people are writing damn biographies.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm gonna write a biography, and this is gonna be great, and it wasn't, and it was unnecessary, and nothing came of it.
You're like, you still live in the small town that you grew up in.
No, thank you. But then, like, every once in a while, you get this biography, and you, like, watch a documentary on that biography, and you're like, oh, they did this cool thing? That's awesome.
Ow!
Ooh,
that hurt.
But, like, the actual biography, I almost have no interest in reading it, because, like, 90% of it's boring, but 10% of it is interesting. And that 10% is all I care about.
Sorry, I jammed my toe because I kicked the computer.
I don't want to know that you woke up and you had the same brand of cereal every single day for your entire life. But I do want to know that, like, one day in 1979, on a cold winter evening, you had to shoot the neighbor's pet rat when he escaped and was attacking your dog.
Also, another yellow topic, be careful what you name them. Because, yeah, cool. Give me your cool name biographies, autobiographies, whatever. But there are a few of them that I've seen. I'm like, oh, I really like that person. I don't like what you named it. Like, I'm not gonna read. I'm sorry, or I'm glad my mom died.
See, I knew you were gonna name that one because I want to read that one because I so agree with her. After
Jeanette McCurdy.
After watching her in Last Meals.
That's fair.
And learning what it's about, I so want to read it. Do not read it. It is all about an eating disorder.
Oh, I'm aware what it's about.
Yeah, you have no
like,
interest.
I'm good for, like, oh yeah, cool, yay! But,
no, it's not
don't
a book
name it
for you.
that.
No, but see, she needed to name it that, and there's lots of reasons as to why you would name it that.
Trust me, I watched that episode. Thank you.
That's fair. And the last one, self-help. I don't like self-help books. I have no interest in them. I have a therapist for this.
Okay, I'm gonna walk you through this, okay?
Yeah.
Dan Howells, I'll make it through the night. Fantastic. You're gonna help me about my anxiety and depression? I got a therapist for that. You wanna help me figure out something? Oh no, I'm a hypochondriac? Now I think I have that problem.
Yep. Yeah, no, I'm not a self-help person.
No.
And, no.
I own a lot of them. My favorite is my anxiety coloring book.
Fair. Yeah, those are all the genres. Now let's bum rush a bunch of authors that we may or may not know. We're not going to look these up. If we don't know who they are, we're just going to toss up a yellow flag because, I don't know, I'm too lazy to look up their name.
Also, sorry it got super bright on you guys.
But there's a
Y'all can see us now.
there's a white page now, so instead of a black page. Stephen King, 3, 2, 1. I like Stephen King. I really like Stephen King. Except, let me go yellow for a second. I like Stephen King. I hate how he doesn't follow Chekhov's gun, and that bothers the crap out of me. He likes to describe stuff that means nothing. Why? Why, Stephen King? Why do you describe things that lead to nothing? I love his short stories, though. That is why I love Stephen King. His Dark Tower series and his short stories. Cool. Dean. I'm not pronouncing his last name. You pronounce it.
His name is Dean Koontz.
Yeah, I'm gonna mispronounce that. I don't know him. I don't know who this person is.
I've read a few of him, and I own quite a few of him. But some of them are better than others.
Yeah. Next is James Patterson.
James Patterson?
James Patterson.
Sorry, James Patterson had a sex change.
I know this person. I do. I've never read a book of theirs.
Really?
Yeah.
We could play Go Fish with the amount of James Patterson books I have.
Yeah, he's written over 400. The next person has written over 4,000 books. Is a Spanish writer, but I don't know who they are. You don't like them?
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, we don't know who,
Corinne Tellado.
yeah. But, congrats on being number 17 on bestsellers. On high seller. I don't know who Leo Tolstoy is.
His name is Leo Tolstoy. He is a very, very classic author. He is Russian, and he wrote War and Peace. That's all you need to know.
You have now officially named the things that are on here. Leo Tolstoy, Russian, War and Peace.
I can't see that past the microphone.
That's fair. She can't. I can confirm. Can you name another book by him?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, I can.
It's on the screen. I dare you to try to say that one.
Anna
Mm-hmm.
Karenina.
Awesome.
Anyways, the number 15 is Akira Toriyama. Yeah, I love Dragon Ball. I love Dr. Slump. I'm currently playing through Sandland. I love all his books, guys.
I don't know enough about him.
I'll read you all of Dragon Ball.
Okay. The next one, if you don't like him and you don't put up a green, I'm gonna fight you. Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, or as you like to call him.
Theodore Geisel.
Yeah, Geisel's a great last name, but doesn't sell as Dr. Seuss does.
No.
Dr. Seuss is great. He's written 44 books, guys. He's just...
Feels like it's been more than that.
Dude, he's
That
such
might
a
be
good...
because I own a few of them in a different language.
Although, you know my new favorite thing to see on TikToks?
What?
People doing hip-hop raps to Dr. Seuss books.
Dude, I can
love
show
them.
you a few of
I
them.
love those. The next is Gilbert Patton.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is. He's written 209 American books.
They're adolescent adventures.
Yes.
So
They're
I should know who that
short
is.
books, and I think when I did look this one up when I was doing research for this, he writes like the all-American college kid. Cool. The next is Rick Riordan. Yeah, I read The Lightning Thief in 6th grade. Yeah.
If you can see behind me, this way, this entire top shelf is all Rick Riordan.
She loves Rick Riordan.
And part of the second shelf.
Yeah.
Because I guess this is Abigail Owens.
Yep. If she's a Rick Riordan head, she's a Riordan head.
And then
A
there's
Rick
quite
head?
a few of them on this, and then the one out in the hallway.
Rick head or Riordan head?
I don't know. I don't know what we're called.
Probably Riordan head.
But I do buy every single book the day
Yeah.
it comes out.
Yeah.
So
Fantasy. See? You like fantasy.
A lot of
You got a
them are
green
YA.
fantasy now, okay?
a lot of them
Okay.
are YA.
Yeah, I've read one book of his. I've read The Lightning Thief. I liked it. He is the main character. Percy has ADHD.
And dyslexia.
I relate to both. That was loud for the. Hey, don't drop your phone.
Bowie.
You should. Anyway, and I like that it was Poseidon and not Zeus.
Zeus is in there.
Yes, I know.
Hell yeah.
Next is Sidney Sheldon. I don't know who this is. Why do you have a green?
I've read a couple of them. I looked them up on the way in here. Because it's suspense. So I've read a couple of them.
Yeah.
But I don't remember them.
Yeah. Next is Jackie Collins. Romance, British, 32 books. Still don't know this person.
No.
I looked them up and I still don't know them.
That's fair.
Next is, you can pronounce this one, number 9.
Enid Blyton?
Yeah, children's literature. They did Naughty, The Famous Five, The Secret Seven. I don't know them. They
I read a lot of his
did
books.
800 books. Guarantee you I probably know one of their books. I don't know them.
I read a lot of these books as a pre-K teacher.
Yeah, good job. Do you like
Thanks.
them?
I do. That's why it's green.
Good. Oh, fair. Ed Sheeran Oda. This is green. This is One Piece.
I'm learning
It's One Piece. I'm showing her One Piece.
Much
She has a problem reading manga. It hurts her head. So I'm having her watch One Piece. Not the live action. She's watching the actual One Piece. So, she doesn't hate it. So, but,
The next one is complicated.
next one's J.K. Rowling.
Because author, Harry Potter.
Yeah. Harry Potter childhood. Childhood? Well, yeah, author.
Harry
Harry
Potter.
Potter. Author, She Who Shall Not Be Named,
Female Voldemort.
Harry Potter. The three main casts, yeah. She Who Shall Not Be Named, right? Yeah. So in the end of all this, enough said. Number 6. You pronounce that one. I don't know how to pronounce the first name.
Georges Simeon.
Oh, it's French. 570 books.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know this person.
I don't either.
Belgian.
Yeah, he's Belgian.
He's Belgian, but wrote in French. Okay.
He's French, but he wrote in Belgium.
In Belgian?
No, he's Belgian, but it was written in French. My bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought that was.
I can't read backwards. It's fine.
No, that's fair. No, don't know this person. Y'all let us know. I mean, he's number 6. He's got to be good.
That's fair.
You know, top 5. Harold Robbins.
Adventure.
I don't know who this is.
Ooh, we'll
Who?
have to verse you in that.
Who is he?
He's an adventure novelist.
Who did he
that
write?
I don't know the exact name of his
Tell
book off
me.
the top of my head.
Give me a book. Did he write Tintin?
No,
Okay. I don't know.
you don't need to get in my face, bro.
I wasn't in your face. I was like this close. That's not that close.
Mhm.
Anyway, but you like him.
I do.
But you can't name a book by him.
I read a lot of them when I was very young.
Oh, okay. Kid books.
Yeah.
Oh, he's only written 23 books. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's not too bad. Danielle Steele.
Danielle Steele.
Danielle Steele. See, this is why you're supposed to real. I don't know. I don't know who they are.
I do know who she is, but I'm indifferent.
Wait, I've seen the name on romance books in a bunch of different, like, Goodwills.
Yep. She is very, very populous in a Goodwill or
Okay.
a bookstore.
Barbara Heartland.
Good job.
I don't know them.
I do.
Do you like them?
I do.
Okay, cool.
A lot of the books
123 books.
A lot of the books that Mom and I read, that are romance-ish,
Yeah,
she does write other genres.
that's good. That's good.
Pretty good.
And the next two are technically tied for sales. But one made less books. So, the first one is Agatha Christie. I love Agatha Christie. I could read any of her books, and I could reread all her books. And she makes mystery books right. You can solve them along the way.
That's the way to do it.
It's the right way to do it. And if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have the Knives Out movies.
That's true.
Because those are what inspired the director Rian Johnson.
Nice.
So,
I did not know that.
so I love Agatha Christie. Her
The
books
next
are,
one is one of my favorites. It's William Shakespeare.
Yeah, take thee to a punnery. It's my favorite book by him.
As somebody who took a level of 400 Shakespearean lit class at 8 in the morning as a freshman in college, technically. Acted out plays. One of my favorite things.
I
I
own
love Shakespeare.
I own one book by him, and it's Take Thee to a Punnery. Because he believed puns had their usage. They do. She hates that book. It's the one book she doesn't like by him.
And if you ever like meet me and you piss me off, I will tell you off in Old English. It will happen.
Oh, and the other thing she doesn't like Romeo plus Juliet.
No thanks.
I love that. They use the Old English for the nowadays and nowadays, which is great. But yeah, if I'm mad at you, I'm just gonna bite my thumb at you.
That's okay. You can't say my favorite Shakespeare play because that's taboo.
Next up is manga and other like larger, non like what they consider floppy comics. First one's JJK or Jujutsu Kaisen. I love JJK. Absolutely fantastic. I'm watching the anime, but I have read a lot of the manga. I think it's very well done. She hasn't watched any of it, and I don't think she will. It's a lot of horror, and not.
I don't do graphic.
Yeah. The next one is Diabolic, which is still ongoing, but I don't know where it's from. I don't know anything about this one, so...
Really?
Yeah, do you?
I do.
What's Diabolic?
I don't know a ton about it. I have mainly knowledge about the anime because a lot of the people I really like as voice actors voice act in Diabolic.
Oh, fair. The next one's Tokyo Beat Cops, which I've heard of, but I don't know anything about it.
No idea.
Next one's Slam Dunk. This is great. This was great. It's 31 issues. If you like basketball, it's fun. I like sports, anime, and manga. They're fun.
I need to, but I have no idea.
Yeah. Demon Slayer. Yeah. Kimetsu no Yaiba. Absolutely fantastic. Only 23 volumes. Not a long read. It's fun.
Sure.
Spike and Susie. I don't know this one. Unfortunately. The Adventures of Tintin. I do know this one. And I do like the art style. Very
Fair
good.
enough.
Very fun.
I like that it's older.
Yes.
So
Oh yeah, 29 to 76. But it's only 24 issues.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Next one's Naruto. I love Naruto. I love this. This is great.
I tried. I can't.
That's fair. You would probably like the manga if I read it to you.
That's fair.
Dragon Ball. Yeah, we already talked about this one. I love this. The next one's Case Closed. I haven't read it yet. I want to. So I'm going to give this a yellow for now. Have you read Case Closed or seen of it? You've read it?
I've read a couple of volumes of it.
Yeah. It's got 107 volumes, and it's still ongoing. It's huge, but it is Japan's Sherlock.
This happens when you're friends with somebody who owns enough manga that they could own their entire new store.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Peanuts. Green for Snoopy and Woodstock. I don't care about the rest.
Really?
Yeah. I genuinely actually dislike Charlie and the Friends. I don't enjoy them.
Fair enough.
But I've always liked Snoopy and Woodstock.
That's fair. I like the Red Baron better.
That is Snoopy.
I know.
Lucky Luke.
I know who that is.
I don't know this one. Weirdly enough. Golgo 13. I also don't know this one. Weirdly enough. Asterix. I've heard of this one.
No idea.
But don't know. And yeah, One Piece is the... Yeah.
We're learning.
Yeah, she's learning. She's learning, so...
So far, so good. Chai's still mad at me because I didn't cry with the dog.
Okay, and now we're on to the what they consider, again, floppy comic books. The first one is The Phantom, which is by Frew Publication.
I don't know what that is.
I actually don't know this one either.
I've seen it,
yeah.
but I haven't picked it up.
Spawn. I love Spawn. Spawn's great.
Spawn's
fantastic. Diabolic. Hey, look. Diabolic is here again.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't know this one.
It's
good.
good.
You do. Next one's Fantastic Four. Yeah, I like Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Next one's Captain America. Yep, Captain America, which beats it out by a few million. Next is X-Men. Yeah, X-Men's good.
I'm learning, so I guess it would be this.
Yeah. And next is Spider-Man. Yep.
Pictures of Spider-Man.
Pictures of Spider-Man. Pictures of Spider-Man. Next is Batman. Yes. Yeah, Batman. And of course, my favorite superhero,
Superman.
So, is the number one there. So those are quick and simple. Okay, we're gonna end this off by doing our top 5 authors, comics, and mangas. Slash graphic novels, slash anime, just because she doesn't read enough manga.
Nope.
But I'll do my authors. My top 5 in no particular order is Nick Lake, because of Blood Ninja trilogy. Douglas Adam, because of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Christina Henry, for her Alice book series. Romus V. Burton for the Heartminder series. And Stephen King for the Dark Tower series and any of his short stories.
Fair enough. My top 5, in pretty much almost no order. Carolyn Keene, Nancy Drew, of course. We talked about that earlier. April Lynn Pike, because of Wings, and I just finished a fantastic book by her. Needs to get a second book, but that's beef for a different day. Francesca Zapaya, I love her. Every single book. But Made You Up will always have a spot in my heart. Holly Black for the Curse Workers series. Fantastic. Absolutely great. And then Lurleen McDaniel is my top of pretty much everything. I have an entire shelf. I own all but like one of her books.
Yeah. For comics, mine, in order from least to favorite, you have Superman. I love Superman comics when done right. Jonah Hex. I love Jonah Hex comics, both old and new. TMNT. I love TMNT, both the old stuff and the IDW stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic. I love all 3 versions of the Sonic comics. And my favorite's Hellboy. I love the Hellboy stuff. I just don't really consider him a superhero. He's more of an anti-hero. So,
that's fair.
what about you?
Mine, in order from least to best, is West Coast Avengers, which is great. I do love me some Avengers, but West Coast is where it's at. The author, also fantastic. Yogi Bear and Friends, anything in that realm, fantastic. DuckTales needs its own spot because, mwah, love it. TMNT is also on here. But my favorite one is actually My Little Pony. But the problem with TMNT, going back to that, is I do not collect any of them that are younger than me.
Yeah, you only like the Kevin Eastman stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you're an Eastman purist.
I am.
I like the IDW stuff better, but I'm weird.
You could be wrong. It's fine.
I like both. Don't get me wrong, but I like IDW. I think they do great. I think their storylines are great. And then manga. Mine, I can put an order to this. My order, Bleach. The anime is fine. The newer stuff is better, but the manga is perfect. Seven Deadly Sins. My brother and I read this manga at the same time, so it has a special spot in my heart. Housing. I own all 3 big books.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Absolutely flawless, and the paneling is fantastic. One Piece. I'm caught up in One Piece, so the manga's right there. But my favorite thing of all time, other than my wife, is
not a thing.
You're right. You're my favorite person. So my favorite thing is Fullmetal Alchemist. So the paneling in Fullmetal Alchemist is perfect, and the author is just like one of a kind.
If you guys could see the 2 posters that are above me, you'd understand. It's a thing. It's a thing. So I have my favorite anime first. So that would be Charlotte, which if you haven't seen it, great. Watch it, subbed, not dubbed. Makes a difference. And Violet Evergarden is on here. That's a new one, because, well, new to me. Fantastic. Cried the entire time. Graphic novels, we have Bone. Oh my goodness, Bone. This little ghost-looking dude. So mad when I bought the omnibus of all of the graphic novels, and it was broken. So I will be replacing that at some point in life. And A Silent Voice. Great movie. Better graphic novel / manga. And then my favorite manga is Dinosaur Sanctuary.
Those are good choice. Good choices. Good. So, yeah, that's just a little bit about us with all the things we read. Let us know what your favorite things are down below in the doobly-doo.
Let us know what you want to see, too.
Yeah, definitely. Peace.
Boy.